Frisco, Texas may be the scene for the FCS National Championship game between Jacksonville State and North Dakota State. But this weekend, it was also a showcase for one of the nation's elite FCS conferences. All in all, the Big Sky Conference dominated the national awards scene, winning multiple STATS and ADA awards, leaving the Dallas Metroplex as the nation's most celebrated and most recognized FCS conference.
Friday night, the parade of awards for Big Sky football kicked off with the STATS FCS Awards in Frisco. STATS, which is the FCS's new national media partner, produced a gala event that featured some of football's most notable legends. Northern Arizona quarterback Case Cookus started things off for the Sky as he was presented the FCS Freshman of the Year award by his coach, Jerome Sowers. Cookus, who threw 37 touchdowns, setting the national record for most touchdown passes ever thrown by a freshman quarterback, said being honored so early in his career is a reflection of the tremendous teammates surrounding him.
The success I had was a lot because of my teammates. Casey on the backfield, the threats on the outside helped me out a lot. As a freshman, I didn't have to take the load of the whole season and put the team on my back. They helped me out a lot.
Portland State coach Bruce Barnum was one of the more remarkable stories in all of college football in 2015. An interim coach to start the season, he led the Vikings to 2 FBS wins, a 5-0 regular season record against top 25 teams, and an FCS playoff berth. Friday, Barnum was honored by former Appalachian State coach Jerry Moore as the 2015 FCS Coach of the Year.
And just the word coach of the year, coach of the year, and the lives that you touch, and the players that it's not the freshman of the year, it's not the defensive player of the year, it's not the offensive player of the year, it's just the lives of a walk-on kid that maybe this is his only opportunity. And I just congratulate all the coaches that are in here, but particularly for Bruce for what he's done at Portland State. He was an interim coach, and then halfway through the season, they give him a 5-year contract. I coached for 24 years and never got a 5-year contract.
As for Barnum, the coach is just as humbled by the praise today as he was when it was announced he was the National Coach of the Year back in December.
Coming up, we drove up from Austin, and I started a type of speech. It started to become a reality. It really did. Just with recruiting and the season and everything flying by and focus all over the place. And yes, there's a lot of reasons I'm here, but see the plan come together, something I wanted to do. That's been a goal of mine to be a head coach at a place I could win, and I like my plan, and to see this. It's humbling, but yeah, I'm happy as I can get.
Yeah. The Big Sky was guaranteed to win the next national award presented, the FCS National Defensive Player of the Year. But exactly who would win? Southern Utah defensive end James Cowser, Montana defensive end Tyrone Holmes, or Portland State safety Patrick Onwusar? The announcement, made by former NFL star Dexter Coakley, was filled with excitement and anticipation.
I'm pleased to announce that the STATS FCS Defensive Player of the Year award goes to Montana defensive end Tyrone Holmes.
I think it's just a huge honor. I mean, you put in all this work in the off season, and to kind of have the payoff, it's really rewarding, and it's a huge honor to be here. I mean, you start on the highest of highs with being the #1 team in the country, and then you come back and lose to an in-conference foe in Cal Poly, and then it was back up. I mean, it was just the whole season was kind of up and down, but I think through it all, we had a good season, and we were able to finish it off strong, and I think that speaks to the type of leadership that we had on our team, the seniors that were able to pull the team together and get on a roll at the end. And coming into this year, I thought I had put myself in position to make plays, but it was always kind of the challenge of actually getting the guy on the ground, and I think this year I was a lot more successful at actually finishing the play and getting the guy on the ground. I think that was the difference.
When it came to the National Offensive Player of the Year award, so many great candidates, but once again, Kupp, the wide receiver from Eastern Washington, who already owns so many national records, rose to the top, capturing the STATS FCS National Offensive Player of the Year award.
The outcome of the result meant little to Kupp, who was honored to merely be considered for the award after setting several national records over the course of the season.
Oh, and it's a great honor. I mean, there's some great players here in the FCS level, and to be here alongside Cade and Marshawn and what they've done this year and the numbers they've put up, it's really incredible. You see that you kind of check after the week's done and see kind of how these guys have been doing, and you see like 300 yards or 200 yards 3 weeks in a row, and some great games they put together. Really. Helping carry their teams, and it's a great honor to be here because there are so many great players.
After the dust fell Saturday, the 2015 college football season officially came to a close. However, for the Big Sky Conference, the 2015 season will always be one of memory as multiple players and a remarkable coach were honored as one of the nation's elite. In North Texas at the FCS National Championship game, I'm John Oglesby.